This is my first web series getting into OTT. It's my first one. After OTT coming in, it's really helping out. And anyone can watch it anywhere they want to, whatever time they want to. They can pause it, watch it.
Me being in television for like 5 years, then I came back here and I did one film. I thought this opportunity is huge. I thought, okay, I should experience both.
We have a huge respect to the North films from before. There were a lot of films remade here, and all the films do well here. All over industry, not only in India, but all worldwide. Piracy is like it's a huge hungama, as you said.
Hi, Arun and Vani. Welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Thank you so much.
All right, so congratulations for the excellent promo of Tamil Rockerz. And I must tell you that piracy is a conversation that personally I've been having with quite a few actors in Bollywood right now. Only yesterday I had a very intense conversation with Arjun Kapoor, and why it's important that one needs to tackle it, because especially I think in Bollywood a lot of money is being lost because of piracy and people are not really taking action on that. Can you tell me something about the genesis of this concept, because it's a very important subject and seems to be handled with a lot of care as well.
Yeah, actually, as you said, it's a big hurdle in the all over industry. Not only in India, but all worldwide. Piracy is like it's a huge hangama, as you said. But here in this film, in this series especially, we have. I was actually surprised. The way the whole the world of piracy is handled and how they work. And I think every detail has been said in this film, where it actually surprised me. How they do it, from where, and how they change the domain names and stuff like that was something which surprised me. And it's a huge hurdle here, and it's all of us are affected due to piracy. And I think unless people realize the amount of hard work everyone is putting in, and so much of pain we go through to make a film or make a things, and this has been just exploited by them and taken for granted. And I think it's one script where you have all are like, it'll be very interesting to watch how these things have been handled. And it's very interesting to watch. As my character Rudra, I play an inspector in the film. I play a police officer in the film, and it's not just I just go directly into the case. It's like it's traveled in a very emotional part, and how it's been handled and how he takes them out. And I think it'll be very interesting.
Right. So there's a mention of fan club of, I think, Aditya. Now,
Yeah.
this is. I would like to. If you can please illuminate me. From what I understand, piracy is still under a lot of check, especially in South industry, like say Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada, and Malayalam, compared to say Bollywood. Bollywood, it's like very rampant. And fan clubs play a huge role in that, in terms of ensuring that piracy does not happen and people flock to theaters. What is the importance of fan clubs as far as keeping a check on piracy to a large extent, especially down south?
They do help us in a large way, because they ensure that they are the fans of the hero. They don't want them to come out like this in pirated sites. So immediately they inform us, inform the producers, and it's on the social media, and immediately we take them down. So in that way, it's a huge. I think it's a big support for us. The fan clubs are a huge support for us, and in that way, it's like we are very really, we're really thankful to them. And because so much of money is involved, and it's just the first week of collection is very important in a film, and in that aspect, the first 3 days is very crucial, and we try to bring down all the sites which has been who are bringing this on. So I think in that way, fan club is very useful here.
The promo ends on the note that the general perception is, I'm not remembering the entire line, but the summing up of that was that the perception is that cinema is about art and creativity, but there are other things that are I think
There's so
playing
much
as
more
well.
to it.
There's
Yeah,
so much more to it, and somehow the nefarious activities that are going on in terms of exploiting cinema and exploiting the creativity of people who work very hard is something that needs to be called out.
that's true. And this is actually the last portion where the voiceover comes in is the Rudra. It's my character who is actually he doesn't like cinema at all, and that's when he gets into this case. But as the case progresses and where it leads to, he realizes how much of work is into cinema and how much people are affected. It's not only it's not one person. It's so many of them in a bunch are affected, and that's when he realizes it's more than I thought it's this, but it's more than that. And I think and he realizes, and that's the whole point. It's like Rudra realizing is the audience realizing it. So that's the whole point in the end where the director is said through the voiceover.
All right, Vani, apologies for taking too much of time in,
No, that's fine, that's fine.
but I thought that
What he's saying.
I thought they were in continuation, so I thought that I'll address it to Arun first. All right, tell us these notions which are there amongst actors. Some of them they are accepting it. Some of them maybe they're still not accepting that OTT is going to be a very important player in more ways than one. Why do you think some actors they're apprehensive about it and they feel that the big screen is something that really proves how larger than life we are?
I'm okay with both because most of my work has been there in OTT. It's released in OTT, so I feel like there's a huge work. I mean, you get to work a lot of opportunities there. So I believe in OTT, and yeah,
I was
I don't-
skeptical about it.
yeah,
To be,
it's him. It's
and
not me.
this is my first web series getting into OTT. Is my first one, and I was thinking about it. As you said, as a lot of actors, even I had that notion about it's just the big screen is where we have to. But as when I realized we're getting into it, because me getting into it was again AVM and my director Arivaragan sir, because I've worked with him in a couple of films, and both were huge films. So when he came up with this, and with AVM Productions and again Sony, so I felt okay, the team is really good. Let's try getting in, because I was a little skeptical about it, but my director came and explained to me. So
But
I
I
think
think also the content is such that
yes, it
it
actually
reaches a
pulled us in.
wider people where who doesn't know what piracy is.
So I really loved that concept. And the secondly, I think as an actor, there's a lot of things to explore
Right.
in OTT. We don't have any restrictions, and there's a lot of things to explore. You don't have any particular boundaries. But as in films, we have a particular, we'll have restrictions. We have this amount of space where we can't cross that even during the duration also. But here we can, and a lot of things can be told boldly. And so in that way, I felt, there's a lot of things to explore. And once I started working in, I really loved it. And the way
Right,
And all the big heroes here in South, they're all ready to do this OTT platform as well. So I think it's something good.
right. I spoke to Naga Chaitanya a couple of days back, and he said that he's someone that who would want to straddle both the platforms because he thinks that OTT is something that is going to be the future. If people are not realizing it now, they will, in a way, they
Right.
will be left behind. So he would want to do both to
yes,
just reach
I
his
would love
audience.
to do both.
very
Right,
true,
and
very true.
right. So, in fact, I think Arun is having a big film coming up on August 31st. So, August 19th is Tamil Rockers, and you're having a big pan India film that is coming up on August 31st. So, I think it's all going to pan out. So, interestingly, I was having this conversation with Alia Bhatt a few days back. Her film is coming up tomorrow and that is on OTT as well. And so I told her that I tend to travel in AC trains, and I see like a Friday release. It is being shared by people like very openly on a Saturday, and piracy is something that people are absolutely non-apologetic about it, and it is so rampant and so commonplace that it is shocking because it's hard earned, I think, money and efforts of a lot of people, but they're just going for waste. And then I told her that your film is coming up, and I will be watching them, watching these people, the same people, watching it on the OTT platform in a legitimate manner because it will be available on their mobile phones. Do you feel in a way that OTT helps in terms of checking this menace of piracy in a big way?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
think so because when it's in a legitimate platform and people can watch it anywhere they want to. See, mostly in the all of them are busy. Only the weekends they can get out. So through weekdays, with the traffic, beating the traffic, trying to come out, and getting into the theaters, it's a unless it's something huge
Right.
and people we give they really want to see it on theaters. And as creators and as actors, we are actually responsible. We have to be more responsible in making films, giving them a theatrical experience and giving them contents like that. So I think these are actually, being OTT coming in, and so we have more responsibility in giving good contents and the theatrical experience. And I think if you promote it in such a way where you make people come and watch in theaters, and there are section of crowd they really want to come out and watch it on theaters itself, but certain, as you said, OTT, after OTT coming in, it's really really helping out, and anyone can watch it anywhere they want to, whatever time they want to, they can pause it, watch it. I think that helps in a big way, as you said.
What are your favorite web shows, and when was it that you realized that you would want to do a web show or like a film or something for OTT?
Nothing as such, but I was always interested in doing a web series, which is, you know, so I'm new to industry. Like I was into television, so I thought, me being in television for like 5 years, then I came back here and I did one film. I thought this opportunity is huge. I thought, okay, I should experience both. It's not this one show made me to get into OTT. I would say that it's just that I wanted experience and I want to be there on all the platforms.
Great. Okay,
I've been
and
in television. I've been in television, and I've experienced this OTT platform, and yes, a big theater release, everything. So, I just think I wanted to be in all platforms.
right, and Arun, you've been working for a really long time. Now, Tamil industry has always been huge. You guys have always got huge openings, and the films have done well, and even overseas, the films they do exceptionally well. How do you look at this debate that is going on about the entire dominance of South cinema right now, and how it is really become the pan India films, and they're the ones that the industry, the entire country is looking up for big numbers and big successes. Do you think that this was always coming, the sort of dedication that say, for example, Tamil cinema, in terms of, even technically you guys are very superior, be it the VFX, be it the camera work, be it music, the level of professionalism that has always been there is truly exceptional. And also, cinema is looked at as an art form
Very
in,
true.
in, in South, and there's a lot of reverence and respect for it. It's not merely a source of entertainment. Do you think that is also contributing in finally just the work that you guys have been doing for so many years? The rewards are finally coming in terms of all India praise.
No, it's actually a healthy thing. It's always been. See, we have a huge respect to the North films
Yeah.
from before. There were a lot of films remade here, and all the films do well here. And I think it's this point where it's been recognized there also. We are really happy. So, as you said, it's an art form, and there's no barriers in between, and all the emotions are the same all over the world. And people are recognizing there, and our films doing well there is like we're really happy about it. And we are welcoming. We are always welcome all the films here as well. Our films are now being welcomed there, and we are really the reception is more, and it's actually very healthy. I think it's very healthy, and this crossovers can happen. The artist, for me, I can, it's easy for me to, come there and have a multi-star done in Hindi as well. It's nice to have actors coming in here back and forth, and I think it's one healthy thing which is happening, and we're really happy that
And
the
there's no more
recognitions.
South or North. It's just a pan India, I think, these days.
So it's the scripts. We have nice scripts which is coming in, and even there's lovely scripts which is coming in. And off late also we have seen a couple of good scripts. So I think it's give and take which is happening right now, and we are really happy that things have been working out. The films from here are working well there as well. So it's something nice to the industry. So
Now,
we're really happy.
even this series, it was so nice to know that it's dubbed in Hindi as well, and people could watch. So something interesting.
No, but I will watch the Tamil version because I strongly believe that the original language with English subtitles, I think the original language has certain nuances that get
Right.
lost in the dubbed versions. So I'll prefer watching it in Tamil and with English subtitles. So I think that's
I think
something
there
which
won't be any compromise on the other versions as well, because my director is like, you
Yeah.
know, on it. He wants to be perfect. And in all the other languages, I think it's dubbed in Malayalam, Telugu,
so
Kannada, Hindi, and
have you dubbed have
Bhojpuri
you
and
dubbed
Marathi, and as well. So I think it's a huge release for us.
have,
It's for me as well.
have you dubbed yourself in Hindi?
Yeah, I've done Saho. No, I sorry, dubbed.
This
I
series.
haven't dubbed because I was busy with my release. Yane,
Yeah, because
which
I
actually.
feel I prefer to hear the original voice. I have this
Voices,
connection
okay.
somehow. I get a more sense of nuance
That's
through
true.
that. So I prefer that. So
That's
I'll watch the Tamil version.
Oh, that's
All right.
nice.